Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of my YouTube crypto update. Thanks for watching. I think today we'll keep it really short. By and large, everything that I've been expecting over the last 2 weeks, if you've been watching closely, is has been playing out. If you've been watching, I don't know what it was. It like two months ago, roughly, we expected to top around 13,400. We topped at 13,900, and since then we've been in a correction that I expected at least would hit the 8,000 region, and we're not quite there yet. When I look at local action, which is really not much different from last week, I see that leg down into that region. Last week, calling it the Y wave, a WXY correction. I see that still in play. So roughly in that 7,800 to 84 region, I'll be looking for my first tranches in this correction, expecting higher. We'll see there. We'll see that in that zone whether we actually get our bottom. I don't know if you've, I don't know how long I discussed the potential iterations of this correction, but there's always potential that only brings a B wave rally, and then we finally roll back down to that long-term support at 4,300. So we'll see. You're looking at the chart right now. I have a series of fours and fives that we're in right now. We had a bottom here in, what was it, let's see, roughly 9,320. And I think we may have had the little tiny fourth wave here top, and we've got a little drop going on today, which may be the fifth and this third, which ideally would be hitting just below 9,000 if it was to hit as expected. So we'll see what happens in this next few days. There's no reason to get too excited about this market. On the long side, I've been taking, I'm almost nearly flat with a little bit of long position. I've been taking some short scalps to kind of balance that out. Been playing out pretty well, calling them on EWT, and some of them, most of them have been profitable, a few of them not. All right, so we'll see how that goes. I think I'll look at GBTC real quick. A lot of folks, it's becoming more and more popular this year as folks look for ways to play crypto in their IRA and brokerage accounts. And it really almost is playing out exactly the same way. A little different structure in the way it's coming down. I have an ending diagonal for this Y wave, C of this Y wave. Zoom on in, and I don't think the third of this is done. So since it's a diagonal, we have an ABC through the third, and I don't think that it is done quite yet, but ideally would hit $11 before we get this fourth wave bounce. So not much to say. One more thing, if you've watched me since the beginning of these updates, you'll recall that I look at the RSI just from a larger zoomed out internals perspective, and we're coming in on that magical 30 level, which in a bull market is a great place to buy. Not always the best in a bear market, actually, in fact, quite bad to buy a 30 RSI in a bear market. You actually probably want to short it more often. But in a bull market, that 30 often holds. And then weekly, the 50. You could see that they're almost lockstep coming into that region. You can see the 50 throughout our 2017 bull market was an important low. So we're coming into that area again. In my view, this will be a buy zone, but not there yet. Patience, patience, patience. I would also again expect some capitulation volume. We've watched volume just drift off the page really in this last. Excuse the whistle. My hot water is going. We've watched volume come right off the page as folks just don't want to play this correction, and I would not expect this correction to end without a high volume capitulation, but we haven't seen that yet, so watch for that as well. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Not again, short update. I have a pretty busy week. Not much going on in this market right now, but we certainly are coming into a place where we can consider adding to our long positions. All right, guys, have a good week.